Hello everyone.
Hi.
So we've arrived at our favorite cemeteries and we're starting to work. Now we're going to deal with these interesting trees.
December 2nd.
Euro winter, no snow, it's completely dry. Working is a pleasure. So let's begin. So we have for analysis this kind of pine tree right now. By the standards of this cemetery, it's one of the most, so to speak, not complicated trees. By our standards, this place is here. It's slightly tilted, but I think it will be dealt with quite quickly here. Maybe in about an hour and a half, maybe an hour, depending on how it goes. The size of this tree is relatively easier. As I said, by the standards of this cemetery, it's relatively small. Right, Lyoka?
The sweetest tree. That is most likely probably here.
The rest are more fun here.
In general, this pine is approximately ready. It took approximately 1 hour and 4 minutes. A little less but initially the filming was shorter. In general, everything, as always, is intact. Nothing was damaged. Let's continue sawing. So now we are starting to saw this pine here. It is also relatively not difficult, but considerably large because it's quite open here. And in general, it has a slight tilt here. And in general, as you can see, when I securely hook the block, it will all come crashing down. There will be a large and noticeable pile right here, and it will be untied quickly, in no time at all. I think time-wise, it might take a slightly longer period of time. Of course, probably about an hour and a half. Let us begin this process. Again, specifically relative to the size of the logs. The size is indeed quite substantial, and there is a particular spot where everything will eventually settle down nicely and comfortably, providing a sense of stability and ease. Right here.
Second pine is also ready. It took 1 hour and 20 minutes. In general, everything is as usual, intact, and we figured that's enough for today. We'll head home, wishing everyone well.